Well, good morning, everybody. I am Abnormal, and this is the Ministry of Abnormality live Twitch broadcast. Although you're not watching it live if you're watching it later on YouTube, so it is the Ministry of Abnormality Twitch broadcast. But you're not watching it on Twitch if you're watching it on... So this is the Ministry of Abnormality broadcast. It is the 5th of November of 2015, and I am Abnormal. I think I already said... I lost track. In any case, welcome. Today we are working on the image of the black dragon. Still, I'll show you. Come on, show the image. Okay, so today we are still working on the image of the black dragon. As you can see, it's coming along quite nicely. But wait, this is not actually the point at where it's at right now. This is more like it. So yes, today we are working on the black dragon, and it is a fun commission to work on. Hopefully today we will finish lighting and shading for all the characters, and we will start working either on the scenery or the dragon itself. We did this character yesterday. We worked on his fire, and later during the day I finished coloring him and shading this other guy. So, and this one I did live at night, while I tested something new in the chat room, which you can see on your right. On your right, you can see a dark square, and that's actually where the chat overlay is. So, from now on, you can see the chat in the video. I was testing it last night, and I think it's a good idea because whenever I talk on the broadcast, I have to mention what I saw in the chat room, like what question was asked or anything like that, and it becomes a little bit annoying. So I thought it would be a better idea if people could actually see the chat on the video for us, for you know, of course, for people that are watching later on YouTube or anything. So yeah, that's that. In any case, welcome everybody. Be sure to say hello as soon as you come in. Don't be rude. Right now, I am coloring the necromancer. So just adding the different colors and stuff. Okay. Wait, no. There we go. So I have my gamma selector here, or gamma, or however you pronounce it. And yeah, let's get to work. So I hope everybody's having a great day. I am in a spectacular mood today, so be sure to pass by and say hello. Let's no, let's actually give the necromancer some... I mean, he's a necromancer. Let's give him dark clothes. Let's let him be darks. Go around here. There we go. That works. No, he's a necromancer. Let's let him dress in black and stuff. Although a lot of this color is just lost later on when I add the lighting. So as you can see, this coloring, I'm not very polished on it. I don't polish this color too much. And that's the reason, because later on I'll activate the lighting layers, as you can see here, and that color doesn't come out so much. So, but that's pretty much the way lighting and color works. Lighting depends entirely on the color that surrounds it. Oh, sorry, color depends entirely on the lighting that surrounds it. So, anyway, it's a fine cold morning here where I live, and I love cold weather for working. It is the best. Oh yeah, working in the cold. Nothing quite like it. I truly envy those people that live in places that are not like hot and humid all the time. But there are advantages to the weather where I live. I won't deny that. So, okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm doing what I like to call the solid colors, which is basically just the base colors for everything. Now, I really love this part of creating an image because it's fascinating to me how later on when I activate all the lights, the colors become so different. And I love that primarily because that's the way it is in real life. You know, that's kind of the way it works. Our perception of color is very, very influenced by what our brain expects to see. Wait, this is not good. Where's the scenery layer? There's a little piece of green there on the scenery layer that is not supposed to be there. There we go. I mean, we have to polish that a lot later, but for now. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, yes, color is very, very, very influenced by light, and we see color, but our brain makes adjustments to the colors that we see according to what our brain expects to see. So I've always thought that's fascinating, and it's one of the reasons I love coloring so much, because I think it's really fascinating that it kind of works that way. Oh. Pixie is sleeping on the CPU right beside me. She'll probably come later to say hello. You know Pixie. So in case you're wondering where the cat is, she's right there. Now the skeletons and skulls and stuff are to be colored in another layer, which is why, as I color here, they don't get colored yet. So, chat room's kind of silent today. A little disappointing seeing that today was precisely the day I added the chat overlay. I was like a little kid with a new toy. I was like all excited, like, ooh, I can't wait to see how the chat overlay works. I guess I'll have to wait a little bit more. I do hope, however, that I did post. Yeah, I did. I did. So, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. What can I talk about? What can I talk about? Ah! Good morning, Vaughn. It's, one of the interesting things about the chat overlay is that now the people in the chat room can actually see how laggy the thing is, like how long it takes for it to show up. I was being told yesterday that actually the lag on Twitch is intentional. That Twitch adds that lag intentionally for, I don't know for what purpose. But yeah, that's, I got told yesterday. So in any case, good morning, Vaughn. How are we today? I think this one would look better if we just colored it green. Okay. So, how are we doing today? What is up? And if I'm not mistaken, how was the chili last night? I think you were the one having chili last night. Not entirely sure though. How is O? O is fantastic today. I'm feeling great. There's no sensation quite like working on an image and actually looking at it and saying, yeah, I like where this is going. It's really an awesome feeling. I am the kind of artist that hates everything that he makes. So I can assure you that by the time this image is done, I will hate it. But for now, I am quite pleased. So I'm very happy about it. And yeah. So things are looking up. Good morning, Gildebrand. And I guess my 30 seconds are up. Well, check out your image. I'll show you your image before you have to go. Elderbrand is the client, so check out your image. See, it's looking pretty cool. And we're working on the Necromancer, and here's the Ninja. We're gonna add the electricity to the Ninja in a minute. And we're working on the Necromancer. So, yeah, there you go. I think your 30 seconds are up. It is very nice of you to pass by and say hello. So yes, today we will be coloring the Necromancer, and we will be adding magical effects to him and to the Ninja. No, wait, that color didn't go there. Now, here, the way I'm coloring it right now, you can see kind of live how the lighting affects the color, but check this out. See, right now I'm just coloring it, and it's brown. But because of everything that's going on in the scene in terms of color and all that kind of stuff, once I activate everything, the beard is green. That's pretty much the way it works. Good morning, Cardinal Upchuck. Pleasure to see you. We need. So yeah, so a lot of times when you're doing this, like maybe you get like comments or something about like people not liking the way the color is feeling, and a lot of times it's like, you know, the color's not going to be that way. It depends a lot on the lighting. In this case, I'm adding this yellow. Wait. I'm adding this yellow, and the idea is that in a minute I'll just kind of see which color works best. But for now, I'm going to use this yellow. Of course, he is a necromancer, so, you know, we have to keep him kind of morose or whatever. So, we got Vaughn and Cardinal Upchuck and even Ildebrand, the client. How was your game of WoW last night, Vaughn? If I remember correctly, you were going to eat chili, which you already said was good, and then you were going to play WoW. And according to Vaughn's calculations, 18 seconds later, wow. 18 seconds later, he's gonna get that. Okay, so in the meantime, I thought I might talk about my plans for this channel now that I am available to stream with more frequency. And you know, I'm just gonna tell you so that you guys can kind of give me your opinion and stuff. So my plans for this channel at the moment are basically to continue broadcasting pretty much every weekday in the morning. I like broadcasting in the morning. It's very productive for me. So I'm going to continue broadcasting in the morning. And I will also broadcast in the evening, but not as many days of the week. Like, just a little less. Because it's, you know, it's not as convenient to broadcast in the evening. You know, sometimes I have stuff to do. Sometimes, you know, whatever happens during the day and stuff like that. So I'll probably broadcast in the evenings, but not every day. I will definitely not be broadcasting artwork on Friday evenings. My plan for Friday evenings is to broadcast video games, and that's for another project that I'm going to start out. And my other project is, well, I'm not going to give you all the details yet, but basically it would involve me recording some video games that I play. So I'll be recording those on Friday evening. The quality of that broadcast is probably going to be questionable at best. And there really is nothing I can do about it. So, you know, I'll just be kind of sharing with you what I play in video games, but, you know, it's not like a super broadcast, like something that you shouldn't miss or anything like that. No, it's just kind of me playing video games for a project that I want to start. That requires me to pre-record video games so later I can edit them. So I'll do those recordings live. So that's pretty much what I plan to do with my Twitch channel. Normally I'll be producing art live, and sometimes I will also produce, I will also play video games, and that's it. Good morning, Yodel, and good morning, Matalalt. Also, Vaughn, it was a good zone, got out my, zone out, got my dude to 65. That's odd, I would have figured you to be, like, the maximum level now. But, hey, good for you. I definitely like the fact that you're actually leveling him up the classic way, it seems, and not just opting for the automatic all the way up thing that they got, which I really don't like. Then again, I don't play WoW, so my opinion is pretty irrelevant. So good morning, Metalol. Good morning, Yodel. And, well, why not good morning again, Vaughn and Cardinal. Yeah. Yes, oh, and good morning, Mr. McAllister. Yes, Yodel, this is the frame chat overlay. Famed, not framed. Famed chat overlay. Now, later on in life, when you watch the YouTube video of this, you will be able to see your own words. And, well, you know, I'm just kind of trying to make this a better channel. So, this way, I don't actually have to, repeat everything you guys say in the chat room every time I want to talk about it. I just go ahead and answer. The only caveat being that the chat overlay, I mean, you can see how long it takes between your post and it showing up, which, according to Vaughn's calculations, is 18 seconds, which is quite a bit. That is lagorific. But still, you know, I think it works. So, of course, yes, it also means that there's video evidence when I fail to respond to something. Yes, true. Um. So, the skeleton is playing basketball because, well, let's see, I can either make a very bad joke or just say nothing. I guess I'll make the bad joke. The skeleton is about to, like, dunk uh, some magical. I don't know. It just didn't work. Didn't work. Sorry. Joke did not work out. That's just life, I guess. So yeah, I'm just gonna give up on that joke. Let's see. Matalol, I'm so glad you mentioned that. Could you please tell me more about that? I like I heard about that last night, and I was very curious about it. Like, so Twitch, like, purposefully delays international broadcasts. What is that? Like, I'm very curious about what that's about. So basically, they just kind of, like, no matter how good my connection is, there will always be a 15-second delay on my stream. Wow, I'm not sure how that makes me feel. I guess there's no point really in giving it much thought. I mean, it is just what it is, but that kind of sucks. I mean, it's good to know that, you know, it's not on my end, and that no matter what I do, it's always going to be the same. So, you know, it gives me a little bit of tranquility, makes it so I don't have to actually think about it or anything like that. But at the same time, it's like, oh, come on. Why? What's wrong with us international people? But, okay, you know, it is what it is. I don't pay for Twitch or anything, so I'm not gonna question a service that's offered to me for free. As the day I start making money for Twitch, I'll probably have more complaints. But until then, I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's just the way it is. Okay, so oh, okay. So the delay is for everybody. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people that are local were not happy about that. Okay, now this crystal ball, it's not a crystal ball. I'm just going to call it a crystal ball. We'll deal with it in a little while so we can give it a nice kind of effect. But for now, that's just the way it's going to look. Activate. Great. Now let's put some light into this shit. Well, I mean, The delay is for everybody. Well, I guess that's fair. I guess, as you say, I probably should just kind of read up a little bit more on it as soon as I get a moment. Which means I probably never will. So thank you for the info. Wow. Okay. Matilal, can I ask why you set your delay to 60 seconds? Like intentionally? Ooh, we don't need that. Well, I think that kind of stuff is fascinating, and as a user, I kind of try not to question it. I get told that like there's a 15-second delay that's on purpose, and as could be expected, I say like, oh, that sucks, but at the same time, I don't like complain about it publicly or anything like that. Basically, because I have no idea what I'm talking about. So I kind of like to not question this kind of stuff because it's like, okay, they probably are doing it for a good reason and they probably know what they're doing. There are certain things that I kind of think, okay, it's 2015, we should have that figured out, but when it comes to something like Twitch, it really kind of just, the workings of it are just kind of magic to me, and that's it. Oh, okay. I understand what you say, Mathalald. So if I understand correctly, it's so people you're playing against on Guns of Icarus can't watch your Twitch stream and therefore what you call ghosting, basically see what you're doing and use it to their advantage. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Is the competition that fierce? Like, is it? I have Guns of Icarus. I have to admit I haven't tried it yet. Uh, I have to admit that it looks amazing and it really, really intrigues me, but the whole competitive multiplayer thing kind of turns me off to it. But I have it, actually. I have a copy of it on my Steam account and just waiting for me to play it. So that is, yeah, like that's. I didn't know, like, how big is Guns of Icarus? I don't know. well. Oh, okay. That's not a lot. I hope the game is doing well. Like, I hope it's not like suffering due to a small community or something like that. It looks amazing. Like, I mean, the game looks so interesting. I'm like, I really wish I could get into it. It's just, well, I don't want to play with people. But it looks amazing. Like, I love the concept of the game, and it looks like so much fun. I might just get over my problem with having, like, I might just get over my multiplayer limitations and problems and get into the game. But I do want it to be left perfectly clear that I think it looks amazing, and I actually own a copy. Okay. That is quite a bit of laziness. Well, okay, I guess since we're all here, gathered together, the family that we are, and since I'm gonna start it tomorrow, I guess I can now tell you what that project I have, that I've been telling you all so much about, but not really, is. And the reason I'm gonna tell you is because I need feedback. So, okay, so here's my idea. Here's what I'm gonna do. Wait, sorry. Give me a second. I need to look at something here. This come? Okay, no, actually I'm not gonna share my idea yet. You know what? I'm gonna wait until it's out. But I am gonna ask a question, and it's... Okay. What games would you... Okay. I'm gonna try again. What games would you like to see me not only play, but make art for? And, so yeah, so not like for the actual official game, you know, just like when I make Dark Souls art and stuff like that. Like, what games would you like to see me make art for? So, this is a question I'm going to ask on my Patreon, of course, and Patreons always get first pick. But I am curious, like, what games do you think you would like to see me create artwork based on? And if you like, feel free to check out my Steam account. I am Abnormal on Steam, which is going to show you the games that I have, because that's what I have available. I mean, of course, if you want me to play a game bad enough, if you want me to make art for a game bad enough, you can always just give me the game. But for now, let's just stick to what I have on my Steam library, which is available for you to see, so feel free to check it out. For example, I don't have World of Warcraft, so... And that one, like... I would have to say right from the start, sorry, but... No, actually I can make art for World of Warcraft. I know enough about it. I do know enough about it. But the idea is that whatever game I'm going to make artwork for, I also have to be able to play. So it's not like I can just grab any game and make artwork for it. I have to also be able to play it. So that's a condition there. It all kind of ties into what I have planned. So yeah. For now, I'm keeping it just to Steam games because Steam is what I have. So since the condition is like Steam is the only thing I can stream, and the condition is that I have to be able to play it and stream the game. So for now, Steam is it. I don't have a PlayStation 4, and I do have a PlayStation 3, but I don't have anything that would allow me to stream my PlayStation 3. So unless Twitch works automatically with PlayStation 3, in which case I can, but I'm very ignorant on that issue, so you would have to tell me. So yeah, so it would have to be games that I have on Steam, or that if you really, really, really want me to make it, you can always make it so that I can play the game, which is kind of send it to me or anything like that. But for now, this is very experimental. Let's not do that. Let's kind of keep it to games I have. I do have Guns of Icarus. I do have Darksiders, Deus Ex, Terraria. I love Terraria. I played it so much. It is such a time sink, and I love the developer's attitude. I love how he just keeps on supporting his game, even after he's said time and time again that the game is done. That's it. No more, nothing else, and he just keeps adding stuff to it. Even after they announced like the new game, which I forget the name, but they announced a new game, they still keep adding stuff to Terraria. I love it. I love that attitude. I love that developer attitude. Deus Ex, yes, beautiful. I love Deus Ex. Yeah, that would make for awesome art. Dragon Age Inquisition, I do not have. I don't have Dragon Age Inquisition. Sadly. But yeah, I kind of don't have Dragon Age Inquisition. Hotline Miami, I have the first one. Left 4 Dead, I have. Interesting, Vaughn. The code for Terraria is awful. This is a question coming from somebody that knows absolutely nothing about it, but is actually trying to learn code. Do you mind expanding that idea? I'm very curious. Very curious why it's awful. Because I'm trying to learn coding, so I really kind of want to make sure. Like, why is it awful? Volgar, yes. So difficult, yet so awesome. I do love some Volgar. Volgar is a great game. Oh, you just wanted to type Volgar? Okay. Okay, it's a fun word, yeah, sure. I love it because it sounds so similar to vulgar. And I actually these past few weeks my girlfriend has been really into Vikings because she got into the Vikings TV series, and she has gobbled it up. She watched the entire series like in a week, and precisely yesterday, she asked me, like, hey, have you ever made some artwork inspired in Vikings? Like with Vikings in it? And I'm like, oh, no, I haven't. I'll have to see if maybe there's something I can make with Vikings on it. No, I don't have Banner Saga. I've always been very. I always thought that the art was really beautiful, but I don't have Banner Saga. I actually try to buy indie games that are beautiful. So I have Child of Light, and I have so I have Child of Light. And there are other indie games that are beautiful that I just want to buy simply to support, not so much the game, but the art of the game. Like, get the names. That one with the Inuit kid. Damn it. Never Alone and Ori and the Blind Forest. I think those are beautiful, beautiful artistic games that I love beautiful games, pretty much like anybody. Uh, okay. Okay, so actually, I've learned enough about coding to not be completely lost with what you posted there. But I guess I don't know enough coding to know why that is bad. I mean, it does look complicated and convoluted, but then again, you have to understand that all coding looks complicated and convoluted to me. So, I'm like, okay, I can see what you mean. I don't understand why that's bad, though. I suppose because it's messy? I have kind of seen that coders kind of like elegance and neatness in their coding, which is awesome. Actually, I'm learning. Oh, okay, so it's exactly because of what I thought. Because it's messy and convoluted. Okay. Actually, I'm learning coding right now. I'm learning C Sharp and Unity, and the course that I'm doing it through Udemy. It has like when you do this course, keep in mind that like I don't care if it's like I'm not going to be a super awesome expert coder. That's not my intention. My intention is just to learn something new. Um, so anyway, along the course, you kind of make some mobile games and stuff like that, and so pretty soon I'll be making little mobile games just to kind of experiment. Uh, but those will, I'm sorry, but those will only be available for Patreons because you know they're my Patreons. So yeah. But yeah, I'm going to be making some little phone games and stuff like that, and offering them to my Patreons, just so they can try them out and tell me what they think. Like I said, I'm not looking to become a video game developer, make the next Dark Souls or anything like that. I just want to learn something new. Um. Well, that's actually interesting what you say. That like the way it's coded makes it a lot more difficult for somebody else to fix it. Do you think maybe some of that is intentional? Like maybe they just don't want other people messing with it? Like, again, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't even know if that's a thing. But you think maybe it's kind of intentional that it's that way so nobody else messes with it? Or you think it's just bad coding? Or better still, like do you think there's any chance that it might be intentional? Oh, it's just okay. Okay, let's. I do have XCOM. I have to admit, I have not even given it a look, but I have it. It's right there. I think I got it through. Uh, I think I got it through a Humble Bundle, maybe. Yeah, probably. Interesting. Well, I learned something about coding today. Okay, so now we're gonna add the electricity to this. Let's see. Actually, let's look up. Well, I would suppose that as a programmer, Vaughn, you probably appreciate neat code, and most people don't. So I guess that's where the difference lies. That it's something that you as a coder appreciate. Let's see, electrical. I wanna. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see what I can find. No, actually, let's make this lightning. That's what I need. Lightning. Here we go. Okay. How about we look up a Jacob's ladder? That's what we want. Oh. Okay, so XCOM. Yeah, wait, no. I don't want the movie. I want the... Oh, but wait, that's not actually... Okay, that's not the type of electrical... No. Oh, see you around, Cardo. Let's see. Okay, so no, Jacob's Ladder is not what I want. I guess I do want lightning. Okay. So yeah, I'm just referencing lightning to see kind of how it spreads and stuff. It's nothing particularly different from what I had in mind, so let's just go ahead. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, okay, XCOM is another option. What other games do you see in my library that you think would be a good choice? I don't really need them to be like the most beautiful games ever. It's more about like how inspiring they are in terms of visual. My O's library is my O's library. Yeah, that's the way to say it. My library is on Steam. You can check it out. It's my name on Steam is O Abnormal. So if you want to see what games I have available, all you got to do is check out my library. That way you can tell me which games, not only which games you would want to see me play, but which games you want to see me produce art based on. I actually have not played the original Fallout. I will be one of the outcasts that is like, you know, the upcoming Fallout. I'm like pretty indifferent to it. I played Fallout 3, but I can't really say that I loved it. It was, I mean, it was good. It just wasn't. I don't think Fallout 3 was as spectacular as people say it is. I'm sorry if anybody here is like such a fan of Fallout that offends them or something, but it's true. You know, I think Fallout is a little bit overrated in my opinion. I like I am curious about Fallout 4, and I wasn't before, but yesterday I saw a video of somebody walking from one end of the map in Fallout 4 to the other. And I'm not a person of quantity over quality. I think quality is important, but my impression is that it's very small. And I like quality over quantity, but I don't see why I can't have both. So the person ran from one end of the map to the other in 10 minutes. Now, considering that running at full speed, I mean, not full speed, but like I could do about 2 or 3 kilometers in 10 minutes, easy. And that's running like with nothing on me or stuff like that. Which means that in real world terms, the Fallout map is not much bigger than 2 or 3 kilometers. So that's really not like, I'm like, yeah, quality over quantity and stuff like that. So I'm kind of torn because what I saw. Oh, and good morning, AJ. Welcome for the few minutes that you can stay. So I'm kind of torn by what I saw yesterday. I'm like the places that the person passed through looked pretty interesting and fascinating, and I do kind of wanna find out what the game is all about and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I'm not like everybody else that's kind of like blown away by everything Fallout and just like it's the event of the year for them. Not for me, not really. I'll be curious about it. I'll try it if it comes into my hands, but that's about it. Like, I'm not really excited or anything like that. But hey, different. I mean, I don't consider it to be a bad game. I just think it's kind of overrated. But yeah, Fallout 4. It's a video I saw yesterday. It's been going around the internet. Some person, I don't know how, or from where, like walks from one end of the map to the other, and kind of like, yeah, that's kind of small. I mean, I was also disappointed with some of the contents and the Skyrim map. Like, a lot of times the world became kind of samey. And so, yeah, I do think it's a great idea to have quality over quality. No, quality over quantity. Always get those mixed up. But at the same time, it's like, come on, we might enjoy a larger map. Also, I'll be the outcast that says, like, I'm sorry, but the game really does not look, the game really does not look, that amazing. Graphically, I mean. And, okay. No, the Crowbar game, I think the one you're thinking about, AJ, is, Half-Life. I think that's the Crowbar game that that you're thinking of. I think. I mean, I'm huge into Half-Life, and it is probably the most notable first-person shooter with a crowbar. Dishonored and Deus Ex Human Revolution. Yes, I have them, and I have not finished either one, but they're both awesome. Very different styles, but they are both games that I would be willing to play and produce fan art for. Well, I'll agree that Skyrim didn't really age that well, but the thing about Skyrim is that modding it looks amazing. Like I've seen Skyrim modded to a point where it can still go toe to toe with any game that comes out right now, and I think that's pretty amazing. It's not on Bethesda. It's like not on them. It's not, but I will definitely appreciate Skyrim for what it can be, for the potential that it has. No, I don't like the lightning on this gauntlet. I think it's a game that has the potential to look amazing once modded. Yeah, you could have seen this an hour ago. And yeah, I'll agree. I'm not the biggest fan of realistic graphics in video games, but I do think that it is something we have to continue pushing towards because, you know, that's the way we advance technologically. So while I think realistic graphics don't age well, I do think that we need to continue pushing. Let's see. No, what happened? What happened here? Okay. I agree, but you know, the uncanny valley is something we have to traverse. We have to walk through the uncanny valley to eventually emerge in the confusing realism valley. I believe this. I believe this to be true. We have to walk the valley. Because, you know, it's yeah, I do think we have to push in that direction just because, you know, we can. It's well, I love like realistic graphics in my games. I don't mind, but at the same time, normally games with realistic graphics mean that I can't play them much because of hardware limitations. So I kind of gravitate more towards games with more artistic merit than just graphic technology merit, simply because, yeah, you know, it's easier for me to kind of enjoy those games with my current setup. I have to agree with AJ. I do think we're at a point where it's not so much about how good they look, but it's also about how good they move. And so yeah, I totally agree with you, AJ. I think we definitely need to start looking into better movement and stuff like that. But you know, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they're into that. Like I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's not that the guys making the games are like involved in some huge conspiracy theory holding video games back or something like that. No, I'm pretty sure they're trying their best. We're just we just still got a little bit of work to do, I would say. Well, I think that brings us to a pretty interesting question, Vaughn, and it's okay, not for realism, but for art. What do you think are some of the most what do you think are some of the games with most artistic merit that have ever, like, not just you, like everybody in the chat room, everybody involved here. Like, what do you think are the games with most artistic merit? What do you think are the games that are like that will never age graphically because they are simply beautiful beyond realism. They're just artistically beautiful. Tetris, come on. I mean, Tetris is a timeless classic, but come on, we're talking about the visuals here. Like, I think I do love Borderlands 2. It's an amazing game, and I do think I remember watching videos about how Borderlands at first was going to be like realistic graphics, and then they made the choice for this kind of cel shaded, outlined thing that they did, and I think it was a very very smart choice. AJ, you kick butt in Tetris? How how have you measured that? Like, how do you compare? Would you be a competitive Tetris player? That does exist. So, uh, yeah, The Curse of Monkey Island is beautiful. Shadow of the Colossus would actually be one of the games that I would play first. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and it's one of the games that I would definitely choose to play uh, online and produce fan art for. But the problem is that Shadow of the Colossus is PlayStation 3 exclusive, and I don't have any way of streaming PlayStation to Twitch. So, yeah, that kind of ends my Shadow of the Colossus plans. It is one of my favorite games of all time, though. I wish I was way better at it. As it is, I'm decent. I can do the basic tricks and pretty much play it through without frustration. But I've seen some people play Shadow of the Colossus that are just insane. Uh, Monkey Island. Yes, Monkey Island. I love Monkey Island. It's it's definitely one of my old-time favorite genres of games. You know, those puzzle adventure games. I love them. My favorite, though, was not Monkey Island. I have Monkey Island, the new versions, and I love them, and I love the fact that you can change from the new remastered version to the classic, like, with just the press of a button. I wish a lot more games did that. I love the fact that Grim Fandango did that. Oh, and by the way, Grim Fandango. Grim Fandango is also a beautiful game, I think. Then again, you know, it has skulls, so no fair. Any game with skulls in it is going to get my attention, no matter how good or bad it is. But Grim Fandango is good, so there you go. But my favorite adventure game from that era was Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. That was my favorite. I loved it so much. I still do. Still play it, actually. I have it on Steam. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Yes, it is. Oh. Hello, Pixie. I actually am a huge Tomb Raider fan, but I'm more a fan of the older Tomb Raiders. I'm a fan of the remakes that they made. You know, Tomb Raider Legend, Tomb Raider Anniversary, and Tomb Raider Underworld. I really loved those games. I've played every single Tomb Raider before that, and until those three. The new one I have, but I haven't finished it. I liked it, but I kind of prefer the light-hearted nature of the older ones. You know, the new Tomb Raider got a little bit too serious for my taste in terms of what Tomb Raider is and all that. Good morning, Pixie. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is a beautiful game, and I think it's awesome, but unfortunately I can't play it. I mean, there's no way of me to broadcast Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I don't have it on anything. I don't have a PlayStation 1, and it's not available on anything else, I think. And if it is, then it's just probably available on something like the DS or something, which I actually do have. Oh, okay, AJ. I actually do have a Nintendo DS, but I don't have any games for it. It's just like a Nintendo DS that just does nothing. It's actually a 3DS, by the way. Okay, now we have the electricity. Okay. If your stepson dropped his Nintendo DS on his eye, I'm willing to bet he was playing it in bed. Because I don't really see how else you could drop a DS on your eye. What's up, Pixie? Here for the love. Yeah, that's really the only like the only two ways you can drop a DS on your eye is if you're playing it in bed or if you're throwing it up in the air to do some sort of trick, I guess. Yeah, the ninja has no scabbard. I was debating whether I should add it or not, and then I just said, let's just suspend disbelief a little bit. Hello, babe. What's up? Okay, let's check this image out so far. I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm liking it. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think we can kind of not really worry about the scabbard, considering that like lightning is coming out of it. So it's kind of like, okay, you know. Lightning. This one is fire. And this one is the bow's magical energy. Hammer space? Is that like hammer time? Because we might have to stop for hammer time. Right, Pixie? She's being very, very, very lovey today. Hammer space. Not to be confused with hammer time. Hello. Okay, let's start doing the magical effect for the necromancer. We're gonna have these characters already today. Yes. Good morning, Furball. What's up, girl? Pixie is at that point of the morning where she's kind of annoyed by the fact that I've been paying attention to other things that are not her. It always comes. Yes, that works. Yes, I yes, I actually will be answering emails today in the afternoon. Actually have that scheduled. Like, I actually did the very nerdy thing of making a schedule. Like, I have a schedule, which I figured would be the only way time management would work for me now. So I actually made a schedule. Yeah, I was I was actually inspired to make a schedule by an article I read about how, like, the great geniuses of humanity, how they had like these very organized schedules. So I kind of said like, oh, I admire these people. I admire them. So I checked out their schedules and said like, oh, I can make a schedule like that, and just kind of decided to do that. Okay. Let's see. No, Pixie. Come on, we were doing so well. We were having a lovely morning. And suddenly you try and go and claw up the screen. Oh, that's working nicely. I'm bobbing my head because I'm listening to music, so... Oh, that magic looks quite nice. Well, I like to think that... I mean, I don't consider myself a genius by any standard, but I do admire organization, so... No, I figure that is... That, if I'm gonna follow the example of the geniuses, I think that's a good example. To get organized. I believe in the power of organization. Of course, I am aware that, organizing schedules and stuff like that is not quite the same nowadays than what it was back then. I have... My life is very different from that of Charles Darwin and Oscar Wilde. But, I do think there's a lesson to be learned. And speaking of geniuses, do you know what geniuses did that I do also? I'll give you a guess. What do geniuses from history and me have in common? Exactly, Yodel! And I will definitely make you a candidate for Geniuseem. For Geniusy. For Geniusy. Me and the geniuses of history all have in common that we go to the bathroom. So it is time for a bathroom break. Let's see. move this up here. Okay, wait. Let me just... And now for our favorite part of the broadcast, the dragon with digestive problems. Sure goes to the bathroom a lot. There we go. Be right back. Okay. Now we are back. So, I label the chat as for mature audiences mostly because I will freely and loosely curse and talk about, like, if any, the chat is free to ask any questions they want, and I'll answer anything they want. So, if there's any questions about sex or anything like that, I will answer freely, no problem. So that's why I label the chat as for mature audiences, and also because I don't like children. So, I would rather people have to wait until they are of a certain age in order to enjoy me. My bowels are fantastic. They always are. Yeah, the funny thing about getting roostered out in my ELR days was that the stuff that would get roostered out was stuff that, like, I couldn't understand why. Like not actual cursing. Just words that I guess Scott didn't like, I guess. But yeah, a lot of times that I got roostered out in ELR it wasn't actual cursing, it was just, I don't know, I suppose lewd behavior or something like that. uh, but yeah, I don't like that kind of censorship. I don't really believe in curse words. I think that some words are pretty damn ugly and others are, like, some words are ugly and some words are not, but I don't believe, like, I don't really believe in curse words, to be honest. So I believe it's not pretty if, like, every 2 words out of every 3 that you say are curse words. I think that's not attractive, but on the other hand, I don't really give a fuck. So yeah, I won't curse around your grandma, but because your grandma deserves respect. Your grandma has been through her life. If she wants me not to curse, I will give that old lady the respect she deserves because she does deserve it, but I will not give a little shit any respect. Like, if your kid is 6 and can't deal with the word fuck, then maybe he shouldn't be listening to me. Doesn't deserve me anyway. And I'm not sorry if that offends anybody. Oh, I like that question in the chat room. Yes. Right now I am playing right now I'm playing a combination of Borderlands 2, Dark Souls, and Demon Souls. With little touches of Ni no Kuni here and there. And that's what I'm playing right now. Well, this skeleton is looking absolutely metal. I like it. We got ourselves a badass here. There we go. So, how is Strong Bad's game, AJ? Is it any good? I haven't really followed Homestar Runner for quite a while, but I do admire like the whole production thing of it. No, I didn't actually see. Let's see. I'm on my way to check it out. I don't really see any indication of you being a redhead on your profile. Okay, well. Okay, Furball, so your gaming is mostly done on your Xbox 360, but what are you gaming? Hmm. Uh... Okay, so let's make this ball glow. So, by the way, do you mean Xbox 360 or Xbox One? No, you can't post that link here. You can send it to me personally, though. I don't think you wanted to post it here anyway, AJ. This kind of gets... This kind of stays on YouTube forever. So, not sure that's something you want to do. So, you can thank me later for saving your life there. Wow, is that link gonna work? Let's see. I don't think that link works anyway. Yeah, I don't think that link works. But, I mean, you can feel free to send it to me personally. There we go. Okay, let's see. Well, this one has to be... Do I have to add some shading to this one? I've kind of shifted over to mumbling mode. No, wait. Okay. Wait a minute, what? What's this? Oh, okay, okay. I was kind of figuring out what's going on here. Let's see what we got here. Nah, I can take it, man. Don't worry. I'm good. I don't need to be... I don't need to be, treated with care. Yeah, that's kind of why I don't see much of your profile these days, AJ, because I'm not really interested in pictures of the kids. So I kind of... Facebook knows that it's not supposed to show me pictures of kids. Which I appreciate from Facebook. In spite of many other things that... I appreciate that from Facebook, in spite of its many flaws and mistakes and stuff. I do appreciate that it kind of knows to not show me pictures of children. For all its flaws, Facebook does have some pretty good moments sometimes, I guess. Let's see, do we need this? We actually don't. Yeah, you did pay for it. But you are at a point, we are... Okay, so for people watching, wondering, AJ and I, we're good friends. We've known each other for a while, we've met each other in real life, we're good friends. So she will believe me when I say that, although she once paid to be in the comic, now it's not something I would charge her for. I don't... I would not charge AJ for that. Not anymore. We're good friends. So she gets to tease me and say stuff that other people would not say to me because we are good friends. Yeah, CJ lives in Australia now. Imagine that. Okay, let's see. I'm not entirely happy with how this is looking. Let's fix this. I'm not sure I like how this is looking. That looks even better. I like that. Okay, let's see. This has to be a light source. So there we go. That actually works better. I do hope you're not saying I ripped you off. You got your money's worth. And later on, when we met in real life, you got a lot of love. Not that way, people, by the way. But she did get a lot of love. Because I am a very loving person. Oh, thank you, AJ. Aren't you making me look awesome? Okay, so this character right here is actually coming to a pretty nice conclusion. But it's also getting to be the time that I have to start reducing a little bit the layers on this image, because it's starting to get a little heavy. The image is starting to lag a little bit on my end. I'm starting to get a little bit less responsiveness from the tablet and all that kind of stuff, so it's going to become important to kind of reduce the size on this image. Okay, wait. Go. There. Yeah, we might have to do a little bit of a... Okay. Now we have to... I like the way that looks. It looks kind of nice. Yeah, I do. I do like it. I think that's a very fun description of myself. Yodel. Okay, yeah, sure. Stories where I'm not the hero. I think that could be the name of my biography, my autobiography. Stories where I'm not the hero. Oh, that actually is a good name for an autobiography book. I'll definitely keep that in mind when I write it. Stories where I'm not the hero. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, you sent me the pics, but I already checked them out. I'm just not talking about them because You know, I'd rather not talk about stuff that other people can't see. I think it's kind of rude, but I did see them. Oh, I think you look very pretty. Okay. Now we add a little bit of green to this character. Yeah, I kind of had to do that to the chat because uh, spam bots come in here quite frequently. And also because I do actually plan, I want this channel to become big, I want this channel to grow, and I don't want people coming into my channel to like post links of their own stuff and stuff like that. Not because I'm selfish, just because I think it's very rude. So, you know, I kind of decided early on that it was a good idea to not enable links in my chat room. I am, of course, moderately, not so much, but sometimes reasonable man. And if anybody has a great argument as to why I should allow links, I'll definitely be willing to read it. So if any of you watching right now is annoyed by the fact that I don't allow links in the chat room and has a good reason for me to allow them, please state your case. And I will give you a fair chance to convince me. Yeah, AJ, that's pretty much the story of us. Awesome convention, by the way, Acon. Highly recommended to anybody looking for conventions in Texas. I was a guest, and they treated me so well. It was really cool. I had a lot of fun. Highly recommended. If any of you are ever thinking about going to a convention in Texas, Acon has my absolute seal of approval. I definitely would love to go back someday. But right now, I don't really see myself being invited to any conventions. I don't really think it's something conventions would be interested in at the moment, as in me. I'm not really doing anything convention worthy. So hopefully we can change that. You know, if I can make this channel big and kind of get back to where I was before, you know, who knows, maybe I'll end up back at conventions and stuff. I do miss them. Conventions are so much fun. Well, we didn't make out, but whose fault was that, AJ? uh, make out? What are we, in high school? Are we gonna make out behind the lockers? Or no, the bleachers? Is it? Yeah, I think it's bleachers. Yeah, behind the lockers would be a little difficult. We'd be a little tight back there, but yeah, what is this? High school? Make out. Oh wow. Yeah, you were with your now husband at the time, but he wasn't there. I don't know where he was, but he wasn't there. I didn't meet him. Okay, so check this out. We got the characters are practically ready. See? Pretty cool, pretty nifty. Let's zoom in on them. Here is the ranger, who is handling an enchanted. This crossbow fires magic arrows. So here is the ranger. And here is the warrior called Hunter, with his fire armor and fire sword and his huge shield, and I especially like the way the chainmail looks. But yeah, here's the warrior. Here is the necromancer. I really like how heavy metal this part here looks. It's kind of like... I think this should be the cover of an album or something. But yeah, here we go. Here is the necromancer. These skeletons are not done yet. Yeah, the ground is a work in progress. And here is the ninja. So I'm pleased. I'm pleased with the way these look. But now we have to do something, because this image is getting to be way too heavy for my computer to handle. It's it's a huge image. We've talked about that before. It's about the size of a person, lengthwise. So the computer is starting to kind of complain under the weight of the image. So what I'm going to do is this image right now, here as it is scenery color 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to save that, but it was already saved. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it with a different name. I'm going to proceed on to 5. And in scenery color 5, we are going to merge that layer. So in this one, it's going to weigh a little bit less. The image is going to be a little bit less. The different effects are also separate, so that's not going to be a problem. Like, without effects, we have this. So we are going to just merge the character layer and kind of... Let's see how that looks. I just need to make sure... Hey, Pixie. Okay. Kiss in the eye. Okay, so let's just make sure that when I merge this layer, it does not change in any way. And it definitely stays the same. Great. Great, great, great. Now, there is still a lot more we can do to these... Hello, Pixie. Really? Okay. You want to climb on my back? Is that what you want? No? Okay. You can climb on my back if you want. No? Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Vaughn, but I hope your meeting is good. Let's, see if there's anything else we can do to these characters to make them pop a little bit more. Ah, yes. I like the way this looks. It kind of works with the characters. Let's see. Without it, with it. I like it. But we'll add this later on. Let's not add that yet. So this is what we got right now. Well, bye, Vaughn. Okay, now what we're going to do is... Okay, that's even better. Nice. Let's see, it's 11. Let's start working on this ground. Tomorrow is, let's see, today is Thursday. So tomorrow we're actually going to make a comic on the broadcast. By the way, is this not the coolest shirt ever? Gotta love Lando. See? None of the ladies can resist. Not even Pixie. Gotta love Lando. Okay, anyway, so tomorrow I'll actually be working on the comic. Which means today I'll what can I work on now? I mean, there's a lot of stuff to work on. I'm just seeing I'm just trying to see what would be more entertaining. I'm gonna work on the skeletons. Work on the skeletons so we can start complete. Oh, sorry, Pixie. Well, I can tell you who does love Lando. The ladies. In any case. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to color in the skeletons. This shouldn't actually be that difficult since the skeletons are pretty much the same color no matter what. So for now we're just going to add this. But I did like the kind of grime and dirt that they had. Let's disappear everything else, including characters. Yeah, the other day I was listening to somebody talk about how they thought that Cloud City was like the worst part of episode 5. And that they didn't think, and that they thought Cloud City kind of ruined the pace of the movie. And I was like, I don't know if I'm fanboying here, but I think Cloud City is one of the most awesome parts of episode 5. Like, well, I don't really wear this shirt out of the house. I consider it to be a house shirt. White is really not my color. In terms of shirt. And, well, actually, yeah. White is not my color. In many, many ways. Where are you going, Pixie? No. Don't. Okay, don't. No, I can see what you're doing. Don't do that. No. You can stay here, but you can't go to the other screen. We can't have this argument every day, Pixie. Although I think you disagree with that. So, anyway, yeah, white is really not my color in clothing. I think that white t-shirt is something you just wear at home. And white pants are definitely a fashion no-no for me. I think white pants, in men, are horrible, horrible fashion no-no. So I don't wear white. I will wear a white shirt if it's a dress shirt. You know, like if it's a formal thing, I think white is okay. But a white t-shirt is for being at home. White t-shirts are for sleeping in, and that's it. And white pants, never. Feel free to disagree, by the way, anybody watching. Like, I am not exactly known for my fashion sense. You know, that's not really... Fashion is not really my strong suit. So, you feel free to disagree, and feel free to not care about my fashion opinion, because you really shouldn't. I am not exactly fashionable. But that's why I specified that white is not a color for men. And yes, we know about your big white dress, AJ. uh... Why are you looking at me that way? Are you waiting, or do you know that it's just like half an hour more, girl? We'll be done. I'll hug you a lot. Yeah, Pixie doesn't have a lot of tolerance for these kind of situations where she's not the center of attention. I bet she is, though. Like, I bet most of you watching right now. Uh, well, you see, AJ, the thing about kids is that their opinions don't really matter. So if if your kids told you once that you look fat in a white dress, well, that doesn't really matter because they're kids and their opinions don't matter. So there you go. Like, it's not really a problem. It's not an issue. Not really sure where I see a sexist joke in that, but okay. Of course, I'm not going to take the bait on that. I'm not sexist, but I'm definitely ageist. Not towards old age. I absolutely love old people. I think old age is a beautiful thing, and I love old people. But I am ageist towards the, in the downwards direction. I will discriminate you for being young. Okay, wait. Let's see. I have to figure out which one of these is the one I want to keep. And okay, let's see. Okay, now we have to look at which one of these shadings is the one that I have to keep. So one of these shadings is a lot more polished than the others. Let's see which one. Let's see. I think maybe this one? Not sure, but we'll have to see. Let's just continue shading here, but we will add another one here and make this one just for the skeletons. There we go. This has to go... Okay, let's see. What's going on here? So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of polishing these skeletons, making sure that They look well, but there's still a lot of work that needs to go into them. Wow. Okay, well, that's what we're here for. This is what we do. Sure, AJ, we can be friends when we're old and we can go clubbing together and all that kind of stuff. I will have you know, though, that I am gonna look amazing when I'm old. I mean, look at me right now. I'm 36, and who does not wish they looked this good when they were 36? Damn it, I pull it off. Let's just all take a minute here and admire me and how amazing I look and just how awesome in general, I am and all that. So let's just take a minute here. Let us reflect upon the wonder that is me. Once you have probably reflected upon it, just kind of, we can get back to our regular scheduling. Just never forget. AJ, you wished you looked this good at 36. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes for you, but not easy to pull off. I mean, I do it naturally because, yeah. But trust me, this ain't for the faint of heart. This is a little bit darker than I would want it to be. Better. And Yodel's answer to all this is meh. Okay. Okay. Don't really know how old you are, Yodel, so... Oh, nice one, Cyrex. Nice one. Yeah, you get one. You get one. There you go. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Uh... Well, the thing is, AJ, we're not exactly similar in any possible way, so it's not really easy to determine which one of us looks objectively better. For starters, you're kind of a woman, so right then and there, like, we are different enough to not really be comparable. So everything, like every single comparison we draw between us would have to have that added, gender difference between us. Beyond that, wait a minute. There we go. Ah, shit! You just pulled the boob card. Ah, damn it. Yeah, AJ. Okay. I concede victory. I concede victory. Can't fight against boobs. Well, you pulled the secret weapon out pretty early in the fight, you know. Not sure I would consider it a secret weapon, but... So, okay, so, yeah. Well, you know, there's no shame in losing an argument to boobs. There's no shame. No shame at all. Good fight. Good fight. Good fight. Boobs win. Well, you see, that's the power of boobs. You don't even have to pull them out. All you have to do is mention them. The power of boobs. Like that Huey Lewis and the News song, The Power of Love, only twice as powerful. So, you know. It's no shame. I mean, boobs are the best, and there's no shame in losing against the best. Then again, I do have to admit that I'm more of an ass man. But... okay, so right now I'm just kind of polishing this shading to make sure that everything looks nice. Especially since this is probably one of my favorite parts of this image. You know, skulls and all that obsession. I like that. Boobs are like nuclear weapons. All you have to do is mention that you have them, and you win. You don't even have to use them. Huey Lewis should make a new version of that song called The Power of Boobs. Instead of The Power of Love, The Power of Boobs. But yeah, I think Cyrix wins the Analogy of the Day award. Boobs are like a nuclear deterrent. All you do is mention that you have them, and there you go. Now that I mentioned Huey Lewis in the news, I have to go and play him on Spotify. Give myself a nice little dose of 80s today. I've said this on the show before. I think Huey Lewis in the news kind of represents the 80s so perfectly well. By the way, if you're watching or listening, and how different real... Okay, let's do that. Let's see. The Power of Love. The Power of Love lyrics. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a dramatic reading of the... What? Is that not the name of the song? This is all Celine Dion songs. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a dramatic reading of The Power of Love, but I'm going to replace every single mention of love with the word boobs. And I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work perfectly. So here we go. The power of love... Oh, shit! Okay, I'm going to try again. Okay. The power of boobs is a curious thing. Make one man weep, make another man sing. Change a hawk to a little white dove. More than a feeling, that's the power of boobs. Tougher than diamonds. Rich like cream. Okay, that's okay. Stronger and harder than a bad girl's dreams. Make a bad one good. Make a wrong one right. Power of boobs that keeps you home at night. You don't need money. Don't take fame. Don't need no credit card to ride this train. It's strong and it's sudden and it's cruel sometimes. But it might just save your life. That's the power of boobs. That's the power of boobs. Oh, crap, this part that comes... Okay. First time you feel them, they might make you sad. Next time you feel them, they might make you mad. But you'll be glad, baby, when you've found that the power makes the world go round. I'd replace that with that the boobs make the world go round. Then comes the chorus again, so I'm not going to repeat that. They say that all in boobs is fair. Yeah, but you don't care. But you know what to do when it gets a hold of you. And with a little help... Check out this part. And with a little help from above, you feel the power of boobs. Can you feel them? And then the chorus again. I think it works. And I would actually propose that we start changing the word love in all songs to boobs and ass. Depending on where your preferences lie, mine would probably be the power of ass. Other people can sing the power of boobs. It can also be the power of legs. There's a lot of possibilities here. Like, the possibilities are endless. I think we just revolutionized the music industry as it is. So, yeah. No, I think boobs can make you cry, you know, like, it's like, when beauty queens win, like, the beauty pageant and they cry, that they're just crying because they're so happy. I've seen and touched some boobs in my life that were, like, so amazing that I kind of wanted to cry on them. I might have done that a couple of times. Or not. I'll just leave that to you guys to think. But anyway, yeah, I think we can replace pretty much any song that sings about love with boobs and ass. And then do a dramatic reading. So... well, AJ, I am known for being crass and being, not safe for work in the way I speak, but I'm gonna have to leave that... I'm gonna have to leave that up to you. Well, AJ, it was great seeing you. It was great saying hello. We're almost done here anyway, so don't worry, you won't be missing out on much. Hopefully, I'll see you again soon. Yeah, the package is just not that pretty. I always think that Elaine Bennis in Seinfeld uh, is the one that describes it the best. The female body is like a sports car. It's beautiful. It's to be seen. The male body is like a Jeep. It's just getting around. Then again, it's all a matter of taste. But yeah, I can't really say that I kind of check myself out in the mirror and go like, "Oh yeah, that's good." No, and I look good naked, by the way. But no, even then, like, still can't compete. Okay. Oh wait, still missing this hand. Thank you, Mr. Huey Lewis, for brightening our morning. Yodel, you're never gonna get me with height. I love being the height that I am. I'm not really that short for where I live. And, where I live, I'm taller than average. And I actually like being this height. It's so awesome. And I like being bald. So, you're gonna have to use something else. And yeah, I am curious, Yodel, how tall are you? Ugh, 6 foot. Like, why do you have to do it in inches? Why can't you do it in centimeters like a civilized person? Ah, that's better. 190. Spotify has decided that the best thing to follow up Huey Lewis in the news is Billy Idol, and I have to say that I agree. So I'm just feeling sexier and sexier by the minute. Better watch out. Yeah, the thing about 6'3" is that there's only like a couple of countries in the world where that's going to be proper information. All the rest of us are kind of just waiting for centimeters. But 190, yeah, that's good. I'm 169. So 21 centimeters below you, but love it. Okay, you're thanks to the power of boobs, you're at least tall laying down as you are standing up. That is probably one of the most intriguing things I've read today. Kind of like, okay, how big are these boobs that we're talking about, or how small are you? So, like, it's one of two. Like, either we're talking about gigantic boobs or a very tiny person. Yeah, the U.S. refuses to use metric for some reason. I don't know, because U.S. I guess. You know, because we're America. So I don't know. I don't know why they refuse to go metric. I can. When it comes to height, I'm pretty good at just kind of, visualizing how tall a person is if they give that to me in inches. But distances, like, long distances and stuff like that, that I can't. I can't do that. And weight is pretty easy because it's roughly half of a kilo, so it's not really half a kilo, but roughly. So, it's kind of easy to kind of locate. No, come on. What are you playing now, Spotify? Oh, I mean, there's so much better than Corey. I mean, Corey Hart is good, but there's way better options. Interesting. Very interesting. Hmm. Very, very interesting, this. Okay. Let's... Ah, okay. So now we're just playing a game of, interesting. So what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of just adjusting stuff, moving stuff here and there, just making sure everything is working along the way. Because this image, it's not done yet, but it's definitely starting to get close to completion. A lot close. I mean, it's been a long image, and it's actually still missing stuff. This image. Hey, let me just. This image is actually going to... Oh, good morning, Voltus. This image is actually going to have extra stuff. Like, it's not... It doesn't end here. It has some other elements to it. It has some extra characters and other panels and stuff like that. But as far as what I'm going to show on the broadcast, as soon as I'm done with this part of it, that's it. The rest of the image, I'm probably just going to work on it on my own, so I can show you guys like another image, Wait, let me activate the dragon. So I can probably show you guys another image. So after this image, I'll start working on the sofa image. And putting all my effort into that one. So what I'm doing here is I'm eliminating a little bit of a halo that this thing has. So, Voltus, how was your train ride? We're a little late, though. We're almost done. Okay. Now let's add some... What the... So what else you got? Okay, so we are coming to an end of our broadcast. Hopefully, hopefully it was entertaining to you guys. I definitely had my own fun. This image is coming very close to being done, so I think I might just even finish it this weekend. Don't worry. There's plenty of stuff to broadcast. But anyway, yeah, let me just put this where it's supposed to be. But in any case, it is coming very close to being finished. Let me just put this up top of here. Just polishing a couple of things here. Okay, anyway, the image is getting very, very close to being finished. I might just finish it this weekend or not, depending on how busy I am this weekend with other things. But as soon as I'm done with this image, I'll start with the sofa image. Now, tomorrow, I will be broadcasting the comic. I'll be drawing the comic tomorrow. So, there's that. And what else? Oh, yes, and tomorrow evening I'll be playing on Twitch. I'll be playing Dark Souls. So, I talk a lot about it, so you guys know I love Dark Souls. But, of course, as always, if you have any game recommendations or stuff that you would like me to play or draw, please just let me know. Up until then, I think that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow if everything goes well. I'll see you tomorrow. I was planning to broadcast tonight, but my family suddenly decided that they wanted to have a family dinner. So that's kind of okay. So I'm gonna be doing that tonight. Don't worry, I choose you guys over family. I really don't. Anybody from my family is watching this anyway, so I can say that. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Let's see what we got. Let's see what our results for today are. Okay, so we had a pretty nice and productive morning. We worked on... Actually, Yodel, I think... We don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Colombia, but I think Thanksgiving is the third... weekend of November, not... Yeah, I think it's the third weekend of November. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not yet. Canadian Thanksgiving is in October. And yeah, I do have ties to the United States, but not that many anymore, really, sadly. And even when I did, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. And I actually wouldn't celebrate. That is one of the few things where I am like very like hippie liberal kind of thing. I don't think Thanksgiving is a good celebration. I don't think there's anything to celebrate. Not in the sense, not in the historical sense. But I don't really care, so this is not an argument I would have. In any case, yeah, I think Thanksgiving is about the other next week or the other. Not sure. I'm mostly interested in Black Friday. Steam sales. I hope I have a little bit more money by then, so I can partake in Black Friday Steam sales. Oh yes. But I don't have a very large budget, so I really have to kind of make sure everything is well distributed by then. But in any case, this is our booty for today. We have the ninja with his lightning katana and his bane gauntlet. I might do some decorative stuff on this character. I think he would look good with some decorated stuff on him. Here we have the necromancer Freudstein with his wall of skeletons being summoned. And his heavy metal staff. Damn it, I'm happy with that staff. Okay. Yeah, of course you can gift things through Steam. When you buy something on Steam, Steam asks you if that's for you or if it's a gift. And if it's a gift, it just asks you who it's for, and that's it. Of course you can gift things through Steam. If there's a game you would want me to play on Fridays and I don't have it in my Steam list, which, by the way, I'm or abnormal there. If there's a game you want me to check out, or anything like that, I am O Abnormal on Steam. Anyway, this is the Warrior. Hunter is his name. And he has fire armor and a fire sword. And I especially like the way the chainmail looks. And this is the Ranger. His name is Solaire, if I'm not mistaken. And I especially like the way the light from his repeating crossbow looks up there. So these are the characters, and we also did the skeletons here, but those aren't done. And that's pretty much it for today. I do love the way the chat kind of makes it dark. And so, yeah, so anyway, yes, tomorrow in the evening, I'll be gaming. And we'll just have to see how that works out. Last time I did a live broadcast of gaming, it kind of ruined the image. I had to up the bitrate, so now we're gonna see how laggy what I do here is. But in any case, I'm gonna be recording it, so it's not so much for Twitch. It's just for recording purposes. So that'll still work out to what I need. So that's it. Okay, we can stop repeating my name now. Okay. Okay, so that's enough of that. That's pretty much it for today. It is October. Why am I still in October? Okay, it is November 5th. Oh, wait, it's November 5th? I think Thanksgiving is pretty far away still. Thanksgiving should be around... Actually, why are we even asking this? Like, we have Google. Thanksgiving 2015. Thanksgiving is on the 26th of November. Yeah. So it's still quite a way off. It's 3 weeks away. Thursday, the 26th of November is Thanksgiving this year. So for American Thanksgiving. Actually, not even American Thanksgiving. United Station Thanksgiving this year is Thursday, 26th of November. It doesn't affect me in any way, and I'll be broadcasting that day just as usual. I really don't. Like that has nothing to do with me. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. You guys are the best. That's it. Let's. I did discover yesterday that I do actually have to do the thing because yesterday I cut the broadcast and I saw that it cut early. So look, I have a Juan Valdez napkin, and when I see that on the broadcast, I will cut the broadcast. And so we wait, and this is like the awkward wait that you guys have to do. Yeah, now we wait.